Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today's video is a Glam Blue Recycled Candle Jar. This started out as an old candle that I just absolutely adored. And it burned all the way down, so I cleaned it out and decided to make something that's going to go in our bathroom beautifully. So if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, what I've got is an empty candle jar that's been cleaned out. I've washed it and dried it and used alcohol to make sure there's no fingerprints on there at all. I have paint. This is Blue Sapphire Folk Art Metallic. I got that at Walmart. Nice soft brush. I have some metal beads. I got these at Walmart a while ago. And you can see they've got a little bling on the side. But the reason I'm using these is because they have an indent in them. This was a Christmas ornament. And I've had these for a long time. I got these from Walmart. And I've got some bling. And I've got a couple strips cut. And I got bunches of these. And all I did was cut the two out of each side to give it a point. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is paint the candle jar, and I'm pretty sure it's going to take about 3 coats, and after that's all painted and dried, then we'll move on to the next step. I'm trying to keep my strokes as even as I can, which isn't always easy, but it'll make the other coats go on a lot smoother. That's 1 coat, so it's definitely going to need 3 because you can definitely see daylight through it. Well, there's 3 coats. And I definitely think that that has got enough. Okay, step 2. Okay, I've got a couple of long pieces that will go all the way around. And these are 3 wide. And I'm just going to use my E6000. And a little hot glue here and there to get these to stay on. And I'm going to start by putting a row on the bottom, and I'm using the tabletop to keep it straight. Okay, I think I cut enough of these. If not, I'll have to cut more. But what I'm going to do is line them up and glue them in place. And I think I'm going to do them right next to each other. But I'll have to see. Okay, I got all the bling on the sides. Now it needs its lid. So what I did was cut out a piece of paper, the same as the lid, and folded it in quarters so I could find the center. And I just put a little hole in there. And laying it on the lid, and This is called an embossing stylus, and I got this at the Dollar Tree. So what I'm doing is just pushing down in the center to make an indent, and that way I definitely have the center of the lid. And you can see that it made a mark because this is not sturdy metal. And I'm going to glue this with the E6000 to cover that. And once that dries, then I'm going to glue this on top. And like I said, I'm going to get that on there, and I'm going to let it dry before I go and trying to put that on. Okay, while this is drying, I'm going to put some bling around the side of the lid. And I'm going to try real hard to make sure this doesn't go above the lid, but just even with this. Okay, I got that trimmed off, and that's still waiting to dry. And it's going to take, I'm going to say an hour total, just to make sure it's really on there. So I'm not going to mess with it for at least an hour. But in the meantime, I'm going to glue 4 of these that are the same as the ones down here. Like so. And I'm just using hot glue on this because it has no stress. Okay, so far well, I'll tell you what, this Lazy Susan is like the best thing I've got in the craft room. It really saves me so much time. But anyway, that's just about done, and all I have to do is wait for that to dry, and then I'll be putting the little blue stone on top. And I'm not really worried about this because I can lift this from the side. It's not that I'm going to be using this to pull the lid off. I'll just lift the side of the lid. Okay, be back after that's dry. Okay, it's been sitting for about an hour, and that's on there pretty good. So I'm just going to take a little of the E6000 and put it down in the center of that bead. And then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of hot glue. And I'm just going to hold this until it adheres. And that hot glue will keep it in place where this E6000 will make it permanent. And I'm using paint bottles to keep that standing straight up while it dries. Well, let's see what happened. Yeah, it's holding on there very nicely. And like I said, I know that this is not made to be lifted by this. Lift it very easily that way. So that's definitely going in the bathroom. So if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. And happy creating, everyone.